space to ground 2. With a good leak check, we're going to proceed with request.
Watch the MPC.
Okay. As much as it goes in.
Yeah, no.
That's right.
Bag could go up a little bit more.
If you can get that bag in a little better position back there, maybe.
That's it. All right.
Remediate 2. Both
You're going to put it on.
Al and Steve did a super job today.
We're going to take off the batteries and put the helmet lines back. Open up. I got the bottom.
Smelling it?
The smell of space.
Smell of space. Smells good.
They look almost as fresh as they did at the beginning of the evening.
Daisies.
Send them out again.
Ready to send them out again. We're just
Here, let me check.
gonna swap out for some Metox
No,
and send
not
it
as
out.
good as this morning.
It doesn't smell as bad.
Okay.
Your call.
My LTA comes up pretty easy.
Now here's the hardest part: is getting out of the suit afterwards.
Oh, yes.
He's easy.
Are you still gonna go to Disney World, Al? Or are you gonna do something different?
Oh, I'm going Disney World.
All right, just checking.
In your mind.
In your mind.
Look at that.
Discovery and ISS, please stand by for the President.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Mr. President. Welcome aboard the International Space Station.
Well, look, I wanted to call and just say how personally proud I am of you and all that you're accomplishing. We are always inspired by the images of you guys at work as you put some of the final pieces in place to make ISS fully operational. And you are setting such a great example with your dedication, your courage, your commitment to exploration. These are traits that built America, and you guys personify them. And Colonel Lindsay, it must be a great honor to be the last commander of the Discovery. It's traveled more distance in space and spent more time in orbit than any of its peers in the shuttle fleet. So it's appropriate that it's performing this critical and iconic mission and adding to the legacy by working on this ISS assembly to full operations.
Well, thank you, sir. On behalf of the crew, it's a real privilege for us to get to fly Discovery on her final mission, and we were actually trying to calculate with now we're going to land on Wednesday, and we're calculating. We think that when we land, Discovery will have flown in space for 365 days, so for a whole year, which is pretty incredible for a vehicle. And she's been into space, I think 39 times, and that's a pretty incredible record. And she won't be forgotten for a long, long time, we hope.
Now we're entering into the lab module, the U.S. lab module. And down on the deck, you'll find, I believe, Dr. Mike Barrett, Commander Steve Lindsay. A little difficult to make them out right here, but what they're doing is they have just transferred this big, large rack from our PMM, the new module that was installed, and they transferred it here into the lab module for operation. I believe this has another refrigerator in it and some other science lockers as well. Oh, look, there's Commander Lindsay coming out of
Failing miserably.
No, just tell us a little bit about what you're doing there.
I have no idea.
Oh, come on.
No. We're trying to rotate into position. We got a bracket in the way, and I'm trying to take it off, and the axis is just weird.
Okay. Sometimes the simplest things, right?
I was pulling it with the out force and cranking it, and it's like
Ooh, B. Alvin Drew, coming out of the newest and, as we know right now, final U.S. module to be attached to the International Space Station. What's going on in there today, Al?
We're installing brackets.
Brackets?
Brackets. Brackets for racks.
All right, because there's a lot of racks down in there, aren't there?
A lot of racks, a lot of rack spaces down there. And
so this is a nice big new closet, kind of storage area.
Yep.
All right, and we're going to move things from the station in here and take some stuff back. And I'll just take you in and show you. Nice music playing. This is a nice big space. And back in the corner, there he is, Steve Bowen, working hard on a bracket. He's going to have to say a few words to us. Do it.
It's just like a Saturday afternoon in the garage.
All right. Thank you, Steve.
Except I have the right tools at home.
Oh. The lovely Katie Coleman entering the PMM with tools. Ooh, maybe it's the right tools. Well, we're trying. In the Melfi to Glacier transfer of samples.
It's cold.
Very cold. And it's got some ice packs. We're going to put these in this little bag here. And then we're going to collect some samples and move them out of Melfi, the big freezer on the space station, and over to the little freezer that we just moved onto the space shuttle to bring home. Okay, back at Melfi. Here's one of the cool things at Melfi.
Very refreshing.
A little frost.
Like a cool mountain stream.
We're back in the PMM.
Yes.
There's action going on in here. There's so much action. Look, every corner you go to, there's somebody working on a rack. This is Al again. Al.
I'm not doing anything.
He's not doing anything.
I just finished that bracket over there.
Okay. Yeah. Move along. Steve. Look, he's still in that same corner where we left him the last time. It's a beautiful thing. He finds ways to occupy himself.
Not doing anything.
All right.
Don't tell anyone.
Misha.
Unbelievable.
Misha.
Minutes and minutes, and I've almost got 1 out of 6.
And then we're okay.
Did you think that that's good enough?
What are you guys doing?
Breathing in pure oxygen.
Pure O2, baby. Pure O2? Yep. Is it good?
It's good.
Yeah. Good for you. Yeah? Yep. Nothing like some pure O2 after having 12 people in the PMM for a long period of time,
You
huh?
pay big bucks for this at a facial.
Yeah. Sweet. These oxygen bars, man. Bet you guys didn't know that Space Shuttle has its own oxygen bar.
Beautiful thing.
All right, well, welcome aboard the space station. We've spent how many days here? I don't know, 7 days, 8 days, something like that. We delivered the last pressurized module. We delivered the ELC-4. We did a whole bunch of transfer, and we outfitted the PMM as best we could with the time available. And Scott, it was a pleasure to be up here. We appreciate your hospitality. We appreciate you putting up with us, knocking your stuff off the walls, and generally trashing your station, doubling the number of people. And we appreciate you guys letting us float down to the service module and get in your way as well. And on behalf of the crew, we had a great time. We appreciate the hospitality and enjoyed the crew meals together. And we're going to miss you guys. And so thanks for everything.
I'd like to say that it was a very successful time on board with you guys. We really enjoyed having guests. This is the first group of guests I've had in about 150 days since I've been up here. And we're going to miss you, but most of all, we're going to miss Discovery. And Discovery has been a great ship and has really supported the International Space Station more so than I think any other space shuttle, and we wish her fair winds and following seas. Thank you.
Discovery and Station, this is Houston.
Bad flight.
But I did want to take an opportunity while we had the whole crew there just to tell everybody it's been an honor and a privilege to work this mission with you, and we really look forward to seeing everybody back on the ground. A couple folks have asked me recently what I would feel at this moment, and I think the answer is just feel really proud to take Discovery home at the very top of her game, and a lot of that credit goes to the onboard crew. You guys rock.
Yeah, Flight, and of course, we are really proud of you guys and the amount of teamwork it takes to pull this kind of mission off. It really was a incredible effort on your part, and you guys are really the unsung heroes in this, and it's so much going on simultaneously. I would imagine these last couple of days, not today, but the day before and the day before that, were probably the two most busiest days in the space station program. program. So, all your folks that have worked on this in both programs, shuttle and station, should be very proud.
We copy. You guys have a safe trip home. We'll see some of you sooner, but we're looking forward to seeing all of y'all back on terra firma.
Hey, and Royce from Steve, I watched you work this mission from the very beginning, and I watched your team work it. I watched you guys knock down every little problem and every little detail flat. I watched the planners replan this mission for 4 months with varying timelines as well as the shuttle side, and I just got to say it's real testimony to your team and your leads and all that you did to keep us organized, keep us focused on the tasks at hand and get it done that made this a success. We were just the executors, but you guys are the ones that really put this all together. So thank you from both crews for all that you do. Discovery departing. We'll miss you guys.
Discovery station on the big loop. Go ahead, Scott. Yes, Steve, as you guys are heading home, I wanted to say one last time that we really enjoyed your company on board, and I'm really proud of what we accomplished together as a team here on the space station, but also including the larger team in Houston and all the control centers around the world. This space program and doing something as complicated as this really takes a team effort, and I think what we've proven here this last week. I'd like to wish you guys a safe rest of your flight and a safe landing, and I will see you all back in Houston here in about a week or so. Hey, Scott, I couldn't agree more. I think the team effort between our two crews and the larger ground team that planned this and put it all together, I think enabled us together to get well over 100% of our objectives. I don't know what percentage, but it's a lot more than we planned on doing. And it's been a pleasure working with your team, and look forward to seeing you guys have safe travel for everybody on board, and we will see you in about a week. Okay, take care. Station out. Settle out.
We've waited long for this day to come, for all the midnight lights are burnt into the morning sun. I can't wait to see your sweet mysteries, the moon, the stars, the sun, the universe, the galaxies. Fly home on your silver wings with your new song for the world to sing. Light this candle, make it right. Yes, you can change the world.
Good morning, Discovery. And your wake-up music this morning was brought to you live by Big Head Todd and the Monsters.
Well, good morning, and thanks to them, and they were the #1 vote getter in the shuttle program song contest, so congratulations to them, and thanks for that special recording. It's good to be up here, looking forward to the day.
Well, on behalf of Big Head Todd and the Monsters and songwriters and artists everywhere, we just want to thank you so much for your courage and your bravery and your effort in just giving all of us a better shot at knowing more, and it's very inspirational to the arts as well.
Well, thank you very much, and we all wish you could see what we can see when we look out at the Earth, and hopefully everybody will be able to do that one of these days. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
Discovery has contributed greatly to the Space Shuttle program. She's flown a good portion of the major, most significant flights in the Space Shuttle program. She deployed the Hubble Space Telescope, 13 trips to the space station, contributing to the assembly of the space station in a very big way. She's been to the Mir space station. She's done science missions. She's done all of the return-to-flight test missions, both after Challenger and after Columbia, bringing us back into space after those tragedies. On this final day on orbit, when I think about Discover, I think about all that. I think about all the people that went before us on this vehicle, but mostly what I think about are the thousands and thousands of people across the Space Shuttle program these past 30 years who designed this vehicle, built this vehicle, have taken care of this vehicle, in operating this vehicle, not just from the cockpit, but also those who operated this vehicle from the ground. And that is her greatest legacy to me.
Our first views of Space Shuttle Discovery as it bears down on the Kennedy Space Center. The two air data probes on the left and right side of Discovery's nose have been deployed. They are measuring the speed of the wind around the vehicle and updating the airspeed and rate of descent to the onboard computers.
Discovery, you are on energy approaching the hack. Latest winds now 17 peak 25 out of 150, so it's straight down the runway. We ran the energy numbers with the higher peak wind that we gave you earlier, which was the 18 peak 28, still getting you 2,200 feet down. So we'll call it 2,100 at 195.
Okay, copy that.
Discovery now approaching the heading alignment circle. This is an imaginary circle created by the microwave landing system. It sits off the end of the runway and is about 7 miles in diameter. Commander Steve Lindsay will take over the flight of the shuttle around this circle, which will set it up for final approach. Sonic booms now heard at the Kennedy Space Center announcing Discovery's arrival, 3.5 minutes to touchdown. Discovery beginning this left-hand turn around this heading alignment circle. This will be a 252-degree left-hand turn. Pilot Eric Boa has taken over control of the flight. At this point, Discovery traveling 500 miles an hour. Its altitude 5 miles.
Discovery, we see you on at the 180.
On at the 180.
Discovery crossing out over the Atlantic, then back over the eastern edge of Florida. Commander Steve Lindsay back in control of Discovery for the remainder of this heading alignment circle. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to touchdown. Discovery traveling 440 miles an hour. Its altitude 4 miles.
Discovery, you are on at the 90.
On at the 90.
Two minutes to touchdown. Discovery traveling 400 miles an hour. Discovery beginning to line up with runway 15. This is the northwest to southeast approach at the Kennedy Space Center. During this point in the flight, the shuttle's descent rate is 20 times higher and the glide slope is 7 times steeper than a commercial airliner. Discovery speed 400 miles an hour, its altitude 2 miles, continuing to line up with the runway there at KSE.
We agree you are on, and we have good HUD video.
Very good.
The heads-up display will allow Commander Steve Lindsay to line up Discovery's nose with the runway. You will see 2 arrows approach from the bottom. He will continue to lift the nose of the shuttle up. Discovery speed 370 miles an hour. This is Space Shuttle Discovery's final minutes of flight.
Film try used.
Copy.
Space Shuttle Discovery now on final approach to the Kennedy Space Center. Just more than 30 seconds to go. Discovery's gear is down and locked. Main gear touchdown. The nose of the shuttle being rotated down toward the flight deck. The parachute being deployed. And nose gear touchdown and the end of a historic journey. And to the ship that has led the way time and time again, we say farewell, Discovery.
And Houston Discovery for the final time. We'll stop.
Discovery Houston, Pinto, great job by you and your crew. That was a great landing in tough conditions, and it was an awesome docked mission that you all had. You were able to take Discovery up to a full 365 days of actual time on orbit. I think that you'd call that a fleet leader and a leader of any manned vehicle for time in orbit. So, job well done. We'll meet you in the post-landing tab. For post-landing, currently no deltas.
And copy that, Scorch. We're headed to 5-3, and I'd like to thank you and your team and all the orbit teams for a fantastic mission, as well as the Expedition 26 team on orbit. And I'd also like to thank KSC, who has given us a perfect vehicle from start to finish on her final flight.
Well said on all, and we totally agree. Thanks, Pinto.
Wow, it's great to be back. I am so thankful that we got to land back here at Kennedy Space Center, the home of Discovery. Charlie mentioned 39 flights. We believe, if we did our math right, which we may not have, this is 365 days on orbit for Discovery, an entire year in space. Discovery launched and came back on this flight, just like my previous two flights on Discovery, with absolutely no leans against her, no single system with any problems whatsoever. And if you think about a vehicle that's 26, 27 years old, been flying for that long, to come back perfect, I have never seen an airplane be able to do that. But because of the Kennedy Space Center workforce here that takes care of this vehicle, it came back as perfect on its final flight as it did on its first flight. I'm extremely proud of this crew here. My crew did a fantastic job. The ground teams did a fantastic job. We accomplished every objective we set out to do then, and plus a whole bunch more. But it was these folks on orbit that did it. And I'm extremely proud of them and the job that they did. As Charlie mentioned, it's a pretty bittersweet moment for all of us. It's as the minutes passed, I'm actually getting sadder and sadder about this being the last flight. And I know all the folks involved in the shuttle program feel the same way. But to kind of end this, I would like to thank Bob Cabana and the Kennedy Space Center for giving us just a fantastic vehicle to fly. It was a privilege to be able to be in charge of her for just a couple of weeks, and I'm sad to give her back, but I couldn't imagine giving her back into better hands than this group right here. Thank you all for coming, and have a good day.